Michael B. Jordan said the price of the brick is going up. And who would start a fight with Jack Reacher? We're going to get into it. Let's get it. Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives. I am your host, Bruce Anthony, here to lead the conversation in important events and topics that are shaping today's society. Join the conversation and follow us wherever you get your audio podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our video podcast, YouTube exclusive content, and our YouTube membership. Rate, review, like, comment, share. Share with your friends, share with your family. Hell, even share with your enemies. On today's episode, it's the Sibling Happy Hour. I'm here with my sis, Jay Aundrea. We're going to be dilly-dadding a little bit. Then we're going to be doing a news roundup. And then we're going to be talking about black movies that aren't black movies. But that's enough of the intro. Let's get to the show. What up, sis?
What up, brother?
I can't call it. I found out something interesting about myself today.
Okay.
Literally this morning, I was talking to a good friend of mine. And you know, this person is brilliant. They're a doctor. They're a professor.
Okay.
So they got a lot of education.
Cool.
And I was telling this doctor about a story that a conversation I had with another person.
Okay.
This was the basis of the conversation. All right. Now, people listening to that are going to attribute that expression to one of two people, or maybe both. Who would you attribute it to?
Matthew McConaughey.
And also Kevin Hart.
So, no. All right is Matthew McConaughey. All right is Kevin Hart.
Semantics here, but I'm talking about the expression of saying all right 3 times, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So the person that I was having this conversation with was like, yeah, that's Matthew McConaughey's catchphrase. And I was like, I know Matthew McConaughey says it. So did Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I don't remember who came up with it first. That's not the point of the conversation. The conversation was who made it more popular. And then it got to an expanded version of who is more popular. And I was like, my basis of the argument was Kevin Garnett. Well, also Kevin Garnett, but
sure.
Kevin Hart is a global star. He literally tours and sells out stadiums in other countries. Matthew McConaughey is definitely known in the United States.
For sure. He is known abroad.
He is. But not like, I don't think that you could go to a small town in Italy and know who Matthew McConaughey is. I think you could go to a small town in Italy and know who Kevin Hart is because he's been in like a million different movies and done a million different stand-ups. I was saying Kevin Hart made that expression popular because he's more popular. But their argument was Kevin Hart's not even more popular than Matthew McConaughey. I was like, what are you basing this on? Like nationally? Yes, but globally, absolutely, he's more popular than Matthew McConaughey. And that's no shade to Matthew McConaughey.
But where do they say all right? So and it's here. And so if you're talking about domestically, when you say all right, my mind immediately goes to Matthew McConaughey, and I think most people's minds go immediately to Matthew McConaughey.
My mind doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's until you change that last all right and pull it out the way Kevin does, then I'll say, oh, that was Kevin Hart. But if you're talking about the original cadence of the way it was said, if you just say,
I don't know who said it first.
all right.
I don't know who said it first.
Matthew.
How do you know that? I was trying to figure out where
it's been his catchphrase for a very, very long time.
I'm pretty sure he said
Kevin just said it in a stand-up. It wasn't even
it was like 15 years ago.
His oldest stand-up.
No,
Matthew McConaughey has been saying that since the 90s.
I don't believe that's the case.
All right has been around for a long time.
Okay.
All right.
Well, okay. So, like, we're having this conversation. And when I was talking to my friend earlier today,
his iconic catchphrase from his debut film role in Dazed and Confused in 1993.
Okay. All right. Okay. My argument wasn't, though, because the goalpost started moving in the conversation with the person. I said, who made it more popular because they're more popular is Kevin Hart. But you're the second person that has said to me, no, I know this from Matthew McConaughey. So maybe I'm wrong. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that really bugged me. If I'm wrong, because I was just wrong with who said it first. It's like, oh, okay, I was wrong on that. And ladies and gentlemen, you hear me saying it. I'm wrong. Like, I have no problem saying I'm wrong.
And Kevin, just to note for everybody out there, he said it in Laugh at My Pain, which was 2011. So
15. I was right. 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But I still feel like you're right. It's if you say all right at the end, and everybody knows it's Kevin Hart. Okay.
That's Kevin. Yeah.
My argument was, and my friend said earlier to me this morning, he's like, I can see why you're pissed off. He's like, I know why you're pissed off. He's like, because I couldn't understand why this person arguing with me about something I honestly don't care about was bothering me so much. And it was because, to me, they were so loud wrong. And what I mean by loud wrong is that, unlike I just did, they weren't even given the idea that they could be mistaken in their thought process. They had dug in, and in their mind, there's no way in the world, nobody knows Kevin Hart from that. Nobody really knows about Kevin Hart like that. Matthew McConaughey is a bigger star, therefore it is his catchphrase because he's bigger. And I was like, no, Kevin Hart is globally bigger. No, he's not. And it was the fact that this person kept doubling down. I was like, you're loud wrong. And that bugs me. I know I talk about
both of you are wrong. It is more, I think, more attributed to Matthew McConaughey. But is Kevin a bigger global star? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, this is the point. I can see that argument.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, this is three people that said Matthew McConaughey. All right. Well, I guess I'm the one living in the bubble. Cool. Kevin Hart is still a bigger global star. Like, I don't think that's really, really up for debate, considering the fact that Kevin Hart has sold, ladies and gentlemen, not arenas, stadiums. Okay. Stadiums in other countries. He's done a stadium tour here in the States. This man is huge. And so, yes, I really don't like it when people are loud wrong and stand on it. Like, don't show any
nobody
flex.
Does.
It really grinds my gears. This is not, this actual conversation happened about a month ago. But it got me fired up again last night when I was in the shower talking to myself.
Yes. Yeah.
And I've been fired up about it all day because it reignited. And I was just like, this person was just, it's just that they didn't show any flexibility to their thinking. And that really bugs the hell out of me. Anyway.
That's fair.
That's what I learned about myself, is that if you're going to be loud wrong and continuously double down and not show any flexibility that your reasoning could be flawed, I'm probably not going to want to ever talk to you again.
I mean, I wouldn't do that over a subject matter that you don't even care about.
This person does it consistently.
Oh, well, then just once they give their opinion, you give your opinion, let it go.
I think you also half the time. I just be like that. But sometimes they be saying such egregious stuff.
I think you also, let's be real, you gotta need to be right.
Oh yeah.
So you gonna keep arguing the point, they're gonna keep arguing their point. So at some point you gotta be like, okay, well, you agree to disagree.
Minute. Do I have a need to be right, or for a need to people not be wrong?
You have a need to be right.
I'm going to argue against that. I don't think I need to be right.
You're doing it now.
Well, hold on. That's because my character is being attacked. I feel like I can defend
I don't think it's an attack. I think
that's a flaw. I think that's a character flaw. If you need to be right, I don't think I need to be right. It's just when people say things that are wrong, I need them not to be wrong. I don't think that's me wanting to be right, though. I don't go around. I know a person.
Why is it so challenging for you to just let people be wrong?
Because I'm an educator at heart. That's what I went to school for. So, I mean, that's who I am at my core.
But even about things you don't care about?
I just don't feel like, for me, I'm going to put my own personal, if I don't know something, I'm going to be like, I'm going to go do a little bit of research and figure this out.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't want to not know something. Like if somebody says something to me, I'm quick to be like, ooh, I've never heard of that one before. Or what's that mean? Or what's that situation? I don't give a damn if it comes off as ignorant. I'll never say dumb, ignorant. There's a difference, not knowing. Yeah. But then I'm like, ooh, tell me about that. But when somebody else is just like, nah, I'm good not knowing. I'm like, you really just not want to know? Like you ain't curious at all?
Yeah, some people are just not curious. And that's fine.
No, we should be better. As a whole, as a group, everybody should be better.
I think everybody doesn't need to be curious about every damn thing. They just don't. Like at some point, I'm just like, I mean, I don't really care about this, and this is not adding any value to my life, so I don't want to continue discussing this. Like, that's. I mean, you don't always have to know everything.
No, it's not about knowing everything, but like. I don't have this overwhelming desire to know everything, or else I keep my head in a book all day long. Like that's not. But if somebody says something, I'm like, didn't know about that. I become curious and want to learn more about it.
Yeah. Some people don't have the curiosity to learn. Here's the thing: if everyone had a curiosity to genuinely learn, do you think that any of us globally, would be in a situation that we are now?
No.
Politically, socially, culturally, if people had a curious mindset.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I was wrong. And I'm willing to admit that because I don't need to be right. I don't need to be right. I'd rather be correct than right. Anyway, something I am curious about is your trip.
Yes.
You had a little mini vacation this past weekend. You went to Houston.
Yes.
And why did you go to Houston, and what was in Houston, and what did you think about Houston?
It's the Houston Rodeo. So it happens every year. It's actually a fundraiser. They give out grants and scholarships for education, particularly around agriculture. So it's a good cause if you get an opportunity to go. And let me tell you, I had a ball. Like, it was so much fun. The people in Houston are so warm. And like, we just met a lot of really awesome people. We met Garfield from the 90s R&B group Shy. If anybody remembers If I Ever Fall in Love Again, that is their hit song. So we met him just at brunch, like just on random. I also I forgot to look up what her name was, but I recognized her face and her voice immediately. A comedian and a comedic actress, but I got to look her up to figure out what her name was.
We'll get that to you, ladies and gentlemen, before the end of the show. Yeah, we'll get that to you because we can't just leave people on a cliffhanger like that. But go ahead.
Right. But it was so like well done for the number of people that were there. And I mean, it was packed. Like the day we went to the carnival and the horse show section or whatever, it was thousands and thousands of people. But none of the lines moved quick. None of them were really long. Like everything just was like a well-oiled machine, I guess, because they've been doing it for some time now. But ran better than the airport, I gotta tell you. But it's not TSA's fault. I just want everybody, like, I want to be very clear. Like when I was at the airport each time, I just thanked as many TSA people as I could, because especially like the TSA workers and at IAH, the Houston airport, great attitudes, were working their butts off to get people through as quickly as they could. Yes, it was a 3 to 4 hour slog to get through security, but they literally they had the best attitudes, and they're doing it for no pay while having to work very diligently with no pay while ICE quote unquote agents loitered for pay. And y'all, when I tell you I was so triggered, it took everything in me not to crash out.
Good thing you didn't crash out.
The uselessness. Now, did I make comments very loud enough for people to hear? Yes.
Of course you did. Yeah.
Did I, when eyes were met, did I roll mine or mean mug? Yes. Yes, I did. It is impossible for me to not do anything. But it was a couple of us that were, vocal enough for it to be overheard. Mm-hmm. But absolutely and completely useless and 100% waste of time and resources and taxpayer money. And they should just pay the TSA workers to do the job that ICE is actually not doing and also not qualified to do. So that's just my 2 cents.
Quick aside. Democrats are absolutely trying to pay the TSA agents. They have put forward 7 separate bills.
Yes.
To pay the TSA agents.
Yeah.
Okay. Republicans have blocked those bills, and the president of the United States has said, don't do it. So TSA agents, Democrats want to pay TSA agents. This is all Republicans doing, and it's tied in to a new voting act that I talked about in the last episode. I gave a whole segment about the SAVES Act and how it's completely corrupted. But anyway, we talking about fun times. And let's not have an ADHD segue. Let's go back to the rodeo.
I just had to say something about that because it really, really bugged the hell out of me. Yeah. But rodeo, absolutely great. People are great. Beautiful. Like, I don't know what's in the water in Houston, but y'all fine as hell. Like, y'all really.
You've never been to Houston before. This is your first time.
No, I have been to Houston, but I was there for work. I really didn't get to go out. I was there for like 6 weeks for work, but I mean, I didn't get to go out and do things. So I didn't really get to see the people of Houston.
Houston.
Boy.
When they talk about like Houston is okay, how can I phrase this properly? Mm-hmm. You remember in the 90s, people used to always go to Miami because Miami had the most beautiful people?
Yes.
Okay. Houston has been that for the last 10 to 15 years. Houston is the place because Miami is very plastic. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're still beautiful people.
I saw plenty of BBLs in Houston, but also, yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. But Houston, because Houston it's eclectic in its beauty. In other words, like everybody is kind of fine. Like no matter,
very diverse. Yes, and everybody's fine.
Yes, Some of my boys have been like, I don't understand how you never want to move to Houston, and there is just one reason.
It's in Texas.
Well, okay. So 2 reasons, but one of the main reasons, and I did go to Houston in July. Mm-hmm. It is ungodly hot.
Yeah. Yeah, we had great weather, but it's March.
Yes.
The weather was top tier, but it's March.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and even still, there was I think Saturday, it was pretty hot. But I was like, y'all, this is as far into the year as I'm going to go to Houston. Like, I'm not going, April through, October is not going to happen. Like, I'm just not going to do it. And they're like, what? I was like, it's entirely too hot. I went to Vegas in August. And so I can tell you just from that, I know I'm not going to Houston in the summer. And they're like, well, no, well, then we can get in the pool. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, the water in the pool is boiling. This is not like you could just, and then the sun is still beating down on you and then reflecting off the water. So it's beating up your face, down your head like this. There's no escape. Like a cabana, you can get a cabana if you want to. The heat is still there.
Yeah,
it's impossible. Not gonna do it. No,
not gonna do it. It's
but
too
best
hot.
Southwestern egg rolls I ever had. And then it occurred to me, damn, I'm in the Southwest. No wonder these Southwestern egg rolls are so
good. Yeah, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. That's what they said, right? That's what. So I was curious because when you said the rodeo, I thought it was a black rodeo, like the thing in Houston with the cowboy boots and all that stuff.
Yeah, you went to it. There is a week. We missed it. So we were in the last week of the rodeo. The rodeo ended on the 22nd.
Okay.
So we went the last week. So there is a week where it's like the black rodeo.
Okay.
But that's earlier in the month. So next year, there's definitely, I want to go to that. And then I want to see everything, like all the performances. I know this year I think Lizzo performed, but I know last year it was Meg Thee Stallion and just, so that's all part of the whole thing. Yeah.
See, we love Meg Thee Stallion because she's fine. But when you go to Houston, it's more than a few Meg Thee Stallions just walking around there. That's not uncommon. I mean, Beyonce isn't from Houston, but not that far from Houston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She reps Houston.
Sure. She reps Houston. Well, that's Houston, cool. Sure. You went down to the rodeo. All right. Well, that's fun. Yeah. I'm glad you got a vacation. I'm glad one of us got a vacation.
Yes. It was a long time coming to have I just needed a break.
Yeah.
I just needed a break. And so now I feel very refreshed, very renewed. And so I'm very happy. The day after we got back, I got a call from one of the ladies from the trip, and she was like, where are we going? I'm ready to go back out. And I'm like, hey, listen, let me pay this credit card down. Okay. we were popping bottles like we didn't have there was no tomorrow. So I'm like, let me recover from that. And then we could talk about what's next.
Then you could talk about it. Yeah. All right, well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the second segment, the news roundup, where it's some interesting stories that happened that I just got to talk about. And we'll get into that next. All right, Jay, like I said at the top, Michael B. Jordan said the price of the brick is going up. Multiple reports say Michael B. Jordan has significantly raised his asking price after his recent Oscar win. Now, this is what some people might not know, is that he's supposed to be starring in an upcoming reboot of Miami Vice.
Yes.
Playing Ricardo Tubbs. Yes. Right? Originally, he was quoted, his personal quote before his Oscar was about $5 million a movie. Now they saying he's like, nah, I'm gonna have to get 18 million in order to do these movies from here on out. And I had an interesting conversation. No, I didn't have an interesting conversation. I was watching a reaction from a person. I'm not going to personally name them because I'm getting ready to attack them. From a person that I watch their YouTube channel because they do a lot of entertainment news, right? And they're the one who brought this to my attention. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let me do a little bit more research and find out about it. And they were bashing it. The first thing they said, well, I don't believe any actor should get paid $20 million. I was like, first of all, stay out of somebody's pocketbooks. That's number one. Okay. Right. He was like, I think doctors and teachers and firefighters. I was like, of course they should.
We all think that.
We all think that. Okay. And then he started going through a bunch of Oscar winners who didn't triple their asking price. And I'm like, you're on a panel with two other people on the show and nobody's pushing back, probably because it's his show. And he said people like Anthony Hopkins and other people didn't triple their quote. And I'm like, yeah, these are great actors, Daniel Day-Lewis, these are great actors. They're not box office.
Thank you.
Their name does not equal more butts in the seats. You know, the movie should be well acted from their standpoint, but they're not driving ticket sales based off of their name. Michael B. Jordan has been a leading man since 2000. He was in Fruitvale Station, but that was kind of independent. Creed was 2015. So 10 years. And now with Sinners, he's proven, along with Creed, I'm box office. Now I got an Oscar? No, you're going to have to pay, because now he's on that level of Leonardo DiCaprio, a George Clooney, a Denzel Washington, where their name by itself can generate interest in the music and in the movies and put butts in the seats. So I just thought it was interesting that people would come at him like, who does he think he is? Who he thinks he is a Oscar winner.
And also, he's not asking for the world. Let me explain something. And this is a good like comparison. Will Smith commands 20 to 40 million plus per film. Men in Black 3, 2012, 100 million, including back end.
Wait a minute, he got paid $100 million, including the back end?
Pursuit of Happiness, 2006, 71.4 million, including back end. King Richard, 40 million. Emancipation, 35 million. Bad Boys Ride or Die, 30 million. Ali and Bright, both of those movies, 20 million. This is, so he's asking for 18. And this is a man that's going to bring in substantially more than that, because he is a box office draw. He has brought in substantially more than that. So is Ryan Coogler. They deserve to be paid what the studios are definitely going to make times 100 off of them.
Studios
they deserve to be paid.
Studios like to do that funny math where they say, well, we lost money on this movie. I will never forget, there is a black Batgirl movie.
Yes.
That Warner Brothers made. It is finished. It is completed. They decided not to release it because they thought they would lose even more money. They've already paid for the movie, but they decided not to release it because they thought that they would lose more money if they released it. So they just scrapped a fully complete movie. So studios be wasting movie. You tell me that they can't pay Michael B. Jordan, an Oscar winner and box office draw, who's not even 40 years old yet. I think he wasn't he voted one of the most sexy men alive a couple of times in different things? He's a heartthrob. Women, that's the running joke. He goes on SNL and it's like even women that are gay are hitting on him saying that they want to be with him, right? Like that was the joke.
Yeah.
And he's I don't even think he's in his prime as far as his acting ability yet.
Yeah. He's hitting it now. He's hitting his stride now.
Right.
But just in comparison, going back to Will Smith, for Bad Boys in 95, he was paid $2 million. Independence Day in 96, he was paid $5 million. And then his pay grew to $14 million for Enemy of the State in 98. And then it kept going up there. And he's pretty much one of the, if not the highest paid highest paid
But
actor.
you know why?
Because he brings the money in.
Well, you know when they discovered that, though? Independence Day.
Yes.
Independence Day.
And that's why Enemy of the State, he could command more.
But he's not the only one. We've seen this. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise wasn't making the money that he was making now. And he didn't even have an Oscar.
Tom Hanks.
Wait a minute. Does Tom Cruise have an Oscar? He might have an Oscar for Jerry Maguire. He don't?
Yes, he did win for Jerry Maguire.
That's what I thought. So the price of the brick goes up. It's just funny to me. I'm not saying the person on the show, and I enjoy their show. They kind of tend to lean. They don't lean. They do lean a certain way politically, but we're politically aligned. However, I think they might think that they're a straight up 100% ally, but still be harboring, little tinge of that isms. And it's funny that he he said it, and I love Michael B. Jordan, but I don't think he should be getting paid this much. But he didn't attack somebody like Leonardo DiCaprio, who I know makes that type of money, right?
Yes.
And to say that Michael B. Jordan isn't in that category now, you're only saying that because he hasn't been doing it as long, but it's his time. And all the actors know that.
He's been acting since he was a child.
Right,
this man has been doing this for a long time.
But he hasn't hit the superstar. He just hit the superstardom.
Yes. But that does not mean that before his like big films with Ryan, that he wasn't starring still in film. Like he was still starring in stuff as a teenager and in his 20s.
I read something interesting. I don't know if I read it or saw it because all this stuff gets mushed together because I'm getting older. But the comment was, or what I read was, is that nobody saw Michael B. Jordan as a leading man except for Ryan Coogler. Mm-hmm. Because all of his leading man movies, or the start of them, have been because it's either Ryan Coogler or Michael B. Jordan directing.
Yes.
Like, nobody has said you're going to be the star of the movie. So part of me, if I was Michael B. Jordan, would be like, look, I'm tired of putting myself on. I'm tired of bankrolling on myself. You know what? Y'all want me. Y'all want my superstardom. $5 million ain't going to cut it anymore. I'm going to need 18. But Mike, that's more than double. Yeah, it's more than triple. It's triple plus 3. Call me 33. Call me Scottie Pippen. I want my money. And I'm not upset about it. You should be able to look. Anybody out there, if your job is not paying you what you think you're worth, you got one or two choices. You either go in and ask for a raise or you go find a new job. Anybody would do that. If you can make more money, people are going to make more money. Anybody leaving money on the table when they can make, when they would be doing the same thing regardless. You know what I'm saying? He's going to act. Mm-hmm. So why not get all the money that you can for it? That don't make no sense to me. People are stupid.
Not even the money that you can. It's the money he deserves.
Right. That point.
It's the money he deserves. He is not only doing his job well, which is to entertain us, right? But he is making a lot of people very rich. And he deserves to have a cut of that because it's his labor. Mm-hmm. So y'all shut up.
And
he is just one in a long line of people who realize, hey, I'm a commodity now. And so you need to pay me commensurate with what I'm worth. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, just some people were just saying he's getting kind of full of himself because he won an Oscar. So
that's the highest recognition an actor get. Like, that's it. He's got the thing. Like, what are you talking about? He's a movie star and he has an Oscar. He's got the thing. That means he can start asking for what he's worth. Do you know how hard that is for a Black person in Hollywood?
Right.
Come on.
So I think people should stay out of other people's pockets. You know what? That's just stay out of other people's pockets and then we'll be all good.
Yeah.
Speaking of staying out of people's pockets, somebody was trying to hit Jack Reacher's pockets. You don't know what I'm talking about. That's okay.
No,
I'm gonna film you in. But the title of this part of the news is, why would you even mess with Jack Reacher?
That's a good question.
So people are like, Bruce, what are you talking about? So actor Alan Ritchson, the guy who plays Jack Reacher, was involved in a filmed street fight with a neighbor in his Brentwood, Tennessee community, that's Nashville, after a dispute about him riding his motorbikes with his children. The incident happened this past Sunday, March 22nd, when Richardson was riding a motorcycle with his 2 sons who rode mini bikes nearby. A neighbor confronted him, reportedly upset about the rioting in the neighborhood. An earlier viral video filmed from a window of somebody's home looking out to the street showed Richardson standing over a man on the ground throwing punches. Because viewers only saw that angle, many online believe Richardson was the aggressor, and some even thought it might be a stage scene from a show Reacher. Now, Jay, you haven't seen this video, but I implore everybody, pause, go watch the video if you haven't seen it. And if you've seen Jack Reacher, you're like, I done seen them punches before. He's standing over the dude, punching him in the face.
Yeah.
The dude is bent over. He is throwing uppercuts underneath, connecting him in the face. I was like, damn, Jack Reacher, you can really Jack Reach somebody. He's equalizing his neighbors.
Yes. Sounds like it.
Later, additional footage, including body cam video of Ritchson was wearing, he wore a GoPro on his helmet, and clips obtained by outlets like TMZ and Entertainment Tonight showed a fuller sequence. Those videos appeared to show the neighbor initiating physical contact by pushing or knocking Richardson from his motorcycle before the punches were thrown. After reviewing all footage and statements, local police determined Richardson acted in self-defense. Authorities declined to file charges against either man, effectively closing the case as a mutual confrontation that didn't rise to criminal prosecution. The neighbor's side was emphasized because of his injuries and the punches seen in the first viral clip, while Richardson was only indirectly addressing the incident through a cryptic social media post referencing an enemy and a Napoleon quote. So if you watch the full video, what happens is Jack Reacher, because we're not calling him Alan Ritchson, he's Jack Reacher.
That is his name.
And possibly Batman, if they ever give him that role.
Okay, that is his Christian name, though.
It is his Christian name. He's in the front. His two boys, or his two kids, I don't know if it's two sons, but I think it's two sons, are in the back with their little bikes. This guy jumps out in the middle of the street, puts his hands up. Now, for people who have never ridden a motorcycle before, I've ridden a motorcycle. To abruptly stop is a scary, scary thing.
Yeah.
You can skid, it could throttle, you could panic and run this man over because he stood in the middle of the street. He just jumped out in the middle of the street and stopped. Right?
Insanity.
And Alan Ritchson was like, yo, what the hell you doing, man? And he was like, you guys are revving. And he was the neighbor was being real belligerent towards Alan Ritchson. Alan Ritchson is bigger than I am. He's 6'5", 250.
Yeah.
He's gigantic.
That was my thing. Forget him being Reacher. Why would you want to challenge Alan Ritchson? Like, that man is gigantic. Are y'all crazy?
And then he pushed him. Here's the thing. Alan Ritchson wasn't trying to do nothing, right?
Right.
He was trying to get away. He's trying to go around him. The dude was blocking his path, yelling, screaming, cussing at him in front of his two children. Initiated the contact and pushed him off the bike. That's when Alan Ritchson said, I'm gonna have to lay hands on you. It was the second time he touched him. He said, I'm gonna have to lay hands on you. Yeah. So, but I find it funny because this goes back to the first segment. That first clip came out and I couldn't get any more details because it was a little while before the second clip came out. And I was like, I really would like to know the full story because this is just showing him beat up this dude. But there's got to be, I know Alan Ritchson from interviews. He's a really decent, good person, right? Yeah. There's got to be more of the story. But the internet doesn't wait, right? Nobody is curious. Nobody waits. And the first videos shaped the narrative until the second video came out. Right. And another thing that kind of pissed me off is, so a lot of people don't know Alan Ritchson's political leanings. He is what conservatives would call a snowflake, woke, leftist, liberal, communist, socialist. He is down for the cause, right? Right. There's a lot of people that watch these Jack Reacher shows that are on the other end of the spectrum and don't know about his politics, but found out in these comments because a lot of people were saying, who cares? He's some woke leftist. And then other people were saying, look, I don't agree with his political leanings, but don't nobody put their hands on you. He had a right to defend himself. Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought this was interesting. What do you think of somebody actually jumping out in the middle of the street to stop a motorcycle and that person that you're trying to stop on that motorcycle was Alan Ritchson, Jack Reacher himself?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are delusional. Y'all delusional. Because ain't no way. Like, okay, for instance, McGee, a prime example. At the airport, the Houston airport. Okay? And now, they wouldn't let me check my bags in more than 5 hours before my flight. But they were like, get in line for security. By the time you make it back up here, it'll be time to check your bags and you jump out and you can rejoin your party after you check your bag. So that's what I did, right? Went fine. They let me back in. I was able to rejoin everybody. Well, it pissed 3 young ladies off. Okay, because they're looking at it and thinking, she just jumped the line. No, I didn't. I've been waiting 3 hours. I just went to check my bag and I'm coming back. So, but honestly, none of your damn business anyway, because in here we got TSA, we got Houston PD, and we have ICE. You really think they're going to let me jump the line? But they had a whole lot of mouth and a lot to say, but I got things to lose. And so I didn't do anything. Now, these young ladies were not that big. They were not that big. They were young and they were small. And I'm like, I would honestly, I could take all 3 of y'all. Like, let's be honest here. And then, but I thought they were with 2 ladies in front of them. Now, the 2 ladies in front of them, one of them was at least 6'2". Okay. And then the other one was a 3 pound at least, but it was a bit, it looked like muscle. Okay. These were 2, and I thought they were with them. So that was another reason why I also kept my mouth shut. 1, I got things to lose. 2, if y'all with the 2 of them, they weren't. But I was like, if y'all with the 2 of them, y'all got bodyguards. Okay, so I'm not delusional. Y'all delusional. If you think you could roll up to Alan Ritchson and be like, you want this smoke? Baby, you're gonna lose your life. Some of y'all are delusional. I saw a video the other day of some a white guy just harassing a black man on the street that was just minding his business. My man's black man hauled off, punched him right in the face, knocked him cold out. Y'all are delusional. Stop picking fights with people when A, you know you can't fight, or B, they definitely gonna whoop your ass. Stop being delusional about your own capabilities. Know your limits.
I was talking to somebody a couple of weeks ago, and it's like, I'm almost 46 years old. The last time I was in a fight, I was in a bar, and I was surrounded with a group of people, and I was just throwing punches. Wasn't landing none of them, but wasn't nobody landing no punches on me either. So I was like 21 years old. And
the last time I was in a fight, teen was behind my age.
Last time I was in a fight where it was back and forth, teen. I'm at an age now, if I fight somebody, I might hurt myself.
Yes.
I might bust an Achilles. I might tear a patella tendon. I might throw out my shoulder.
My meniscus.
Yes.
Tennis elbow.
Why?
Rotate a cuff. A carpal tunnel. I don't know what I would do.
I don't think you'll get carpal tunnel.
Pinch nerve in my neck or something. I don't know. Look, I got what is it? What's
sciatica.
I got sciatica. I'm not about to do this. I'm calling the police. Like, don't play with me. And then I'm gonna sue you. Like, don't play with me. Like, I'm pressing charges. Like, touch me if you want to.
Well, the dude that came at Alan Ritchson, he went out to the news first and started telling all his story. He may have knew who Alan Ritchson was, but definitely after the fact, he was like, I can get some bread. Also, I want to also point out that even though this was in Nashville, Tennessee, this gentleman that is Alan Ritchson's neighbor is either British or Australian due to the accent. I can't tell which one, but they are also a little different. They always with the shits. So maybe that was just like, he was like, I know dudes like you back home and I done dropped them.
Yeah, okay.
But he did drop. His face is all bruised up. He got marks all on his face. I'm too old to have marks on my face.
Don't touch my face.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, oh boy. Don't do it. Like, this is not, no. But when I thought they were with them other 2 ladies, I said, hell no. I'm just trying to go mind my business. I'm just trying to go home. Like, I'm not doing nothing. No, because I'm not delusional.
Look, I went to a Muay Thai fights a couple of months ago, and these were semi-pro, semi-amateur fights, right? And it was some nerdy looking people that had some real striking capability. And Muay Thai is feet and hands.
Yes.
And so I was like, you know what? I ain't got it like that no more. I don't need to be upset about anything that's going to go to a physical confrontation. Unless somebody put their hands on me or somebody I'm with, a loved one or something like that.
Then I'll defend myself. Yeah. I'll defend the person that I'm with. But I'm not going to throw the first punch.
I'm not.
I'm not doing it.
And you can call me out my name. You can call me out my name and I might be like, you know what? I got a whole lot to lose.
Yeah.
It'll hurt my pride. It'll kill my pride. But I'm like, you know what? Would I rather have my pride or have a torn meniscus? Let me just go ahead and sacrifice my pride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I want to be able to walk without a limp.
Right. Well, I can't even do that regardless, but I don't want to even make it any worse.
I don't want to make it worse.
Right.
Yeah. No, don't play with me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, this is a different topic. Typically, we talk about things that are Black, but these are things that are not Black that Black people have adopted. And we're going to get into that next. Jay, I saw this very interesting list on Black Threads. Threads is my new thing. Like, I'm on Threads like it's my life depending on it, right? And the topic was, hold on, the topic was Black movies that's not considered a Black movie. So these are movies that a Black movie would be Black Panther. Black Panther to me is the last Black movie, but that's not really a Black movie.
About things like The Best Man.
Yes,
you know, like the things like that.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we've had Black movies, universal Black movies. Now they just go to streaming, but in movie theaters. But yes, like The Best Man.
I think the last one I saw was probably Girls Trip.
Girls Trip was a good one. So those were Black movies. We're talking about not normal movies. We're talking about movies that are not considered Black movies.
They're not centered on Black people or Blackness or Black history. Yes.
But Black people have adopted it as a Black movie. So I'm just gonna go through just a few of these movies. Okay. Matilda.
Yes.
Scarface.
Absolutely.
The Bronx Tale.
Hands down.
The Sandlot.
Also, yes.
The Lion King.
It was set in Africa.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Also, yes.
Forrest Gump. Selena.
Anything for Salinas.
A Goofy movie.
Now, let me stop you right there.
Okay. All right.
That is not a non-Black movie. That is, in fact, a Black movie, because you can't tell me, one, that Goofy and Max are not Black, and two, that Powerline.
Well, he was Tevin Campbell.
Yes. Also Black. I can't remember her name, but the girl that Max liked in the movie, also Black. Like this, a Goofy movie. I'm sorry. Those are Black characters.
I'm gonna shock you. Never seen a Goofy movie.
Boy, if you don't watch that,
so we've talked about this. We've talked about this privately.
Yeah,
but like movies like a Goofy movie, The Lion King, movies like that. Those Disney movies came out at a stretch of time.
Yeah,
I was a preteen about to turn into a teenager. So unless a girlfriend was forcing me to go see that movie, or mom and dad was making me take you and our brother to go see that movie, I wasn't going to see those movies.
You will love a Goofy movie.
All right, I might watch it this weekend, maybe.
First of all, just for the music, just for Tevin Campbell as Powerline, honestly. but just totally fun movie. So fun.
Here's some more. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter is Dead.
Yes, that's a Black movie.
So
starring
I brought
Christina
this up.
Applegate.
Yeah.
Yes.
I brought this up to a friend of mine, and it was like, yes, that's absolutely a Black movie. I've seen that a million times.
So many times. So many times. Yes.
Blank Check.
Yes.
All right. Now, let's talk about Blank Check for a moment. Because as kids, when we watched this movie, okay, we were like, yo, this movie is dope. As an adult, now that I watched that movie as an adult, because I did it sometime over the pandemic, it's a little creepy that woman gives that little boy a kiss. Yes. Yes. You know, you got to remember what time it is. It's the 90s. We weren't really thinking about, you know, child stuff in the reverse like that. It was really when that teacher got pregnant by that student, which I can't remember that teacher's name. What you're trying to say is
nobody was looking to protect little boys.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, not little boys from women.
Yeah.
Not little boys from women.
Right.
But
nobody
women,
was looking
y'all
to
got
protect.
it rough.
I mean, just think about another good movie that I also consider a Black film, Milk Money, starring. Oh my God! Please watch that. It was Melanie Griffith was a prostitute, and 3 boys got their milk money together to go. And this is a family film, y'all. Let me.
What?
Prostitute in the line of like Pretty Woman, where it's not like a real like gritty thing. Like it's more
Julia
like Julia
Roberts was a streetwalker in Pretty Woman. She was out.
So
she was on the stroll.
Yes, and so they went to. I guess they just wanted to see a woman, and they brought their little money, and a bunch of shenanigans happen. She ends up living in their tree house because she's hiding from people who want to get. She falls in love with their dad, and a whole bunch of stuff happens. Yes, it is also a very adorable film, but it's like absolutely not. Like what? These are middle school age boys putting their little pocket change together.
They had coins, I bet, didn't they?
It was a bag of coins. It was their milk money. That's the name of the movie. Okay? Highly unacceptable. And this is a family film. Highly unacceptable. Yes.
All right. Well, this is definitely, this has got to be the blackest non-Black movie that should have been a Black movie, but isn't a Black movie, but definitely is a Black movie. Sister Act 1 and 2.
That's a Black movie. Yeah, that's.
But it's not though.
2 definitely, because it was a majority Black cast.
Was it?
Yes,
no,
all the students. I don't
think they were all Black.
They weren't all Black, but it's set in the inner city. It's Lauryn Hill. It's Lauryn Hill. It's like all it was. Come on, like
Dangerous Minds was set in the inner city, and that's not a Black movie.
No, but Sister Act wasn't a white savior film.
The
one doing the saving in both movies was Whoopi.
You're right.
It was Sister Mary Clarence. Okay, so no, I think that's a Black film, especially the second one.
They weren't technically Black films, but they have been adopted as Black films in the Black community. The last one on my list, but I got some more as I was thinking about it. Hook.
Yes.
You can't tell me. Look, let me tell you something. Hook had the Black community in a chokehold.
Let me tell you something. Like for us, I'm surprised, honestly. There weren't more babies born in the 90s that were named Rufio. I am surprised.
I don't think there's nobody named Rufio.
There's nobody, which is a shocker to me because the way he had me in a chokehold.
I think you grow out of it. I think you grow out of that.
Shoot.
Do you have any movies to add to this list? Just off the top of your head?
So many, but the common thread through a lot of these films is the underdog story. That is what touches us. Matilda, Scarface, Bronx Tale, Sandlot, all of it. Lion King. Simba coming back from nothing, being chased away from his pride and coming back. It's the underdog story. Mrs. Doubtfire, this man did whatever he needed to do to be in his kids' lives. Like, it's the underdog story. It is the started from the bottom, now we hear story.
That get it out the mud.
That always resonates with us. We love these kinds of aspirational movies. And yes, we will absolutely adopt them into our culture because that's our story. And it's a lot of the times the only way we really see our story reflected, even though it's not us telling the story and it's not us that are acting the story a lot of the times, still that story of coming from nothing and turning it into something amazing is our story. And so we see ourselves reflected in Selena, her rise, and we see ourselves reflected in that. We see ourselves reflected in The Sandlot and the story of Benny the Jet Rodriguez. Like, for sure. That's the common thread, is that underdog story. You always gonna touch Black people with that.
Rocky, another Black movie.
And what is it?
Underdog story. You're right. I never thought of it like that. See, this is the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, that I bring up film stuff, because my sister got a film degree. She know a little something about with these movies. I never thought of it as the underdog story, but that's absolutely right. It's the reason 100%. Why we root for somebody like Scarface, Antonio Montana, because even though he's a murderer and a horrible human being, he's literally getting it out the mud. And the cokehead. He's literally trying to get it out the mud. But before we end this, give me a couple of movies off of your head that aren't Black movies, but are absolutely adopted by the Black community as our movies. You said you had a list. Now all of a sudden you thinking?
Oh my God. Well, because I started getting into my point, and I can't, my brain only do
ADHD.
one thing. It's going ADHD all the time.
I had
put me on the spot.
I had some more movies. Well, I had some more movies, but just like you, I've forgotten them. You know what else I also noticed? These are all millennial movies.
Yes.
It's all, I don't think these movies get made anymore. They're definitely not movies that you go to the movie theater to go see. They were probably something that goes straight to streaming, and they don't get to stay in the consciousness as long because it's on to the next one so fast. We talked about how technology does that. Our generation, because we were the generation that grew up with cable and going to the movies, that these movies resonated with us. That's the reason why it's connected. So a lot of these people that are Gen Z or younger millennials are going to be like, what the hell is Blank Check? But anybody that's in their late 30s to about 50 years old know exactly every single movie that we just labeled was definitely something that they were connected with. Yeah. Risky Business might be a Black movie.
I think of things like The Usual Suspects. That feels to me like a movie we watch.
Yes, we
love. Yes,
good. Anything that had to do with anything about being gangsters, because that is, once again, it's an underdog story. They never start out as this big time gangster. They rise and then fall.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so you ain't got no more lists. You just
I can't think of nothing.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give us some more lists. I know y'all got some stuff out there, because I know
they're definitely out there.
Yeah, I know.
You might not agree with me on this.
Okay.
But for me, hands down, Tombstone.
Okay. Yeah. No, I've seen it.
The swag of Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of something. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of the one with Leonardo DiCaprio and Sharon Stone. But Tombstone, yes, yeah. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yes, Black movie. Once again, underdog story.
Underdog story.
Yeah, you're right. Anytime.
Tombstone. That town was overrun, ran out every sheriff. These brothers came in, and decided to take that town back, and they did it. And come on now, we gonna always love that. We're gonna always love that kind of thing. Yes.
I think also movies that we have adopted. Adam Sandler has got more than a few movies that Black people have adopted as Black movies. Happy Gilmore. Yeah. The biggest one, though, it's actually a movie where I was like, Adam Sandler can bring more emotion out of me than just laughter. Big Daddy. Yeah. Big Daddy actually had me in tears. Yeah. So Adam Sandler gets a lot of credit for Grown Ups. I mean, you'd be like, that's not a Black movie. The hell it ain't. All your boys get together and relive your youth. Yes, that is that's a Black movie. And then lost my train of thought. It was Adam Sandler and it was going to be something else. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all get the point.
Yes, you get it.
Yeah, you get it. The underdog story. You said it best, Jay. Okay, I can tell this is the end of the episode because I'm getting tongue-tied, and that means I'm tired. So, Jay, what do you want to leave the people with?
It's a cuss word. F ice.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's it.
F ice and F Trump. How about that? Yeah. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for watching. And until next time, as always, I'll holla. Woo! That was a hell of a show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Now, before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share our podcast wherever you're listening or watching it to it. Pass it along to your friends. If you enjoy it, that means the people that you rock will enjoy it also. So share the wealth, share the knowledge, share the noise. And for all those people that say, well, I don't have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can actually watch our video podcast and YouTube exclusive content. But the real party is on our Patreon page, After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight-ish. After Hours Uncensored is another show with my sister. And once again, the key word there is uncensored. Those are exclusively on our Patreon page. Jump onto our website at unsolicitedperspective.com for all things us. That's where you can get all of our audio, video, our blogs, and even buy our merch. And if you really feel generous and want to help us out, you can donate on our donations page. Donations go strictly to improving our software and hardware so we can keep giving you guys good content that you can clearly listen to and that you can clearly see. So any donation would be appreciative. Most importantly, I want to say thank you for listening and watching and supporting us. And I'll catch you next time. Audi 5000. Peace.